Hey YouTube people, H Colors here coming at you today with the deck profile thing. And this deck I'm particularly excited about because it's great. It just works every single time playing with it, and it just keeps going on. The idea of it was to just recycle everything over and over again, like the title says. Recycle spells, monsters, and all that. So there are a lot of backbone monsters, but there are some strong arms in it. The idea came from that. It's just I needed something to instigate it. Like my friend Will I Am, he's going to be in the video, because he wanted a deck. He wanted to learn how to play, but he couldn't play with any of the decks already made. And he's like, "Can you get me something that gets me a lot of mana, and what else?" He basically wanted something that was water in nature, something that could get him mana, and something that could get mana back, or like get strong creatures or something. So, and then I got a bunch of Japanese cards, and then I was like, wait a minute, all this stuff and this stuff and this stuff, this could be a good deck. So here it goes. First card is the psychic creature of the deck, Japan, the Temporal Enforcer. 6 mana, 7,000 power. For you American people, he is a double breaker, and when you have 5 or more creatures, including him, on the field, you can flip him over to Japanica, the Temporal, whatever. He's a triple breaker, and at the end of your turns, you may search your deck for a creature and put it in your hand. So show it to your opponent. It's basically an endless dimension gate. That's it for psychic creatures. From now on, I'm gonna go water, darkness, water, and nature. And light, starting with light, it's the least prominent civilization in this whole deck. There's only about 6 cards, but they usually get drawn. First, we're going to have some spell recursion. Giovanni the 10th, the Thunder Mecha King. He's a blocker, 1,000 power, 2 mana, and can't attack players, I think. And at the end of your turn, you may get spells that cost 1 from your graveyard and put it in your hand, which is great for this deck because it goes to the next card, which is Tulk's Spirit Reel. Take a spell from your graveyard, put it on top of your deck, like Terrapin or anything else in this deck that will help. It's 1 mana, so it's basically that, and it's a shield trigger too. I really usually, when I ever get Giovanni, or if Will gets Giovanni out, we usually just do stream if it's in the graveyard, and stream, draw the stream, then use Tulk's Spirit Reel again next turn, use it, get Terrapit, draw Terrapit and something else. It just works in such a loop that it's crazy. And this is Logic Spark. For you American people, it's just Logic Cube, so just spell search. Next to a Boomerang Commet to get mana that we've already used, and get just reuse stuff that we've already put in mana. Next we're on to darkness. We have just some blockers just to help out sometimes, because I know that Will and Colin love blockers, so I knew he would kind of like this, and they kind of work with everything. We have 4 Squitos. Thinking of bumping it down to 3 or 2, because I don't know, it just seems like an excess. But 4 Squitos just to stop all those, fast blockers that are less than 4,000 and stuff. Next we have 3 Grey Balloons, 3,000 power, can actually attack creatures, so they kind of clear things up. if you need him to do that. Next we have 2 Morbid Medicine to get my monsters back, recycle the monsters that we've already used, like Corile and some other creatures that are in here. But you have 2 of those. Next, we're going through this blazing. 3 Terror Pits for destruction, of course. Search out destruction, use destruction. These are used often. I'll probably put 4. Take a speed out, put 4. Weird noises. Next we have 2, oh, we're on water. We're on water before I show this. We're on water, and starting off with blockers again. 2 Thrash Crawlers, just for some more mana recursion, stuff that we've already used. Use it through, you know, stuff. Like a Terror Pit that we put in the mana zone at the beginning of the dang game. Next we have 2 Corile, because running out of Corile and only had 2, so Corile just for some bouncing action, and it's just great to get. Great card. Next we have 3 Solidskin Fish. Just Solidskins just could be a substitute for Corile, but it's always good. And it's an attacker. Next for draw, we have Emergency Typhoon and Energy Strain. And the Emergency Typhoon is just good for also recursion stuff, so I put that in there instead of 4 streams. And also I don't have 4 streams. And that's it for water. Now on to nature. Next we have Rolling Snowman. It's a spell, costs 1 mana, so with Giovanni the 10th it works well. And for the Americans effect, this effect is you take a card from your mana zone, and then the top card of your deck goes into the mana zone tapped. It's just very good. It's a very better thing than Pangea's Song. It's a good first turn card or late turn card when you want some recursion for the mana. I just like using recursion because I heard it. No, I know what it means, don't worry. I just like the word also. Next I have 4 Fairy Lives for some mana boost. And for some mana boost and monster recursion. Kind of. Take Shrine of Rebirth. 2 Shrine of Rebirths. Take 2 creatures from your graveyard and put them in your mana zone. 3 for 2 I think is a great thing. The American version of this card that costs 4 is just like shit compared to this. And plus with the mana get back in this deck, it's just so good. And going on with the dimensions and getting creatures, we have 2 dimension gates for some creature getting, any kind of creatures you want. And then for getting the second creature out, we have Hyperspatial Faerie Hole. Top card of the deck goes into the mana zone, and then you summon him. Spell Surge, Spell Recursion, anything can get it back for the discard. And then next, for some more mana boost, we have Bronze Arm Tribe, 3 of them. 3 Bronze Arm Tribes. And then for some more monster getting, we have 3 Cavern Raiders. And these Bronze Arms and Cavern Raiders, all Beast Folk, for the main reason of these 3 evolutions, well 2, but there's 3 of them, 2 Barkwhips and 1 Storm Wrangler, to get out those pesky blockers. And also, he's just a good card. I mean, just get out pesky blockers, because I've had many run-ins with pesky people who use blockers a lot. And Barkwhip just powers up the Beast Folk, and he's a good 2-turn drop for Bronze Arm, just to boost him up some. But yeah, that's the end of this deck. The main point of it is just to keep recycling things over and over, using them over again, and it really works together. It's one of those. It's also one of those decks that gets over 10 mana by the end of every game, no matter win or lose. It just always loves the mana, and getting mana back, and harnessing your graveyard powers. I was thinking about putting 2 darkness creatures in that have Soul Recall, which is from the American Soul Recall is you take so many cards from your graveyard and put it on the bottom of your deck, and then it activates their effect. Unless you have Hell's Hell's Recall, where you can do either one of them, either one of your opponent's graveyards, and do that. I was thinking about doing the one that lets you draw a card, I forget his name, but you take 3 cards from your graveyard and put on the bottom of your deck. It's just really good. Anyways, thanks for watching, since you passed by this video. If you want, just tell me what I'm doing wrong with this deck, and tell me what I should do with this deck. Because it works right now, and it's like epically amazing, but it could be even more epically amazing with the help of someone else. But let's see, Japanica, it's just really good. Anyways, I'll just comment to tell me it, or send me a message, whatever. Anyways, I'll see you in the next video. Uploading a duel today, with this deck against something else, but Will I Am's using it, which I might do a video about me using it because I like using it. But anyways, working on a dragon deck. See you in the next video.